Hey everybody, Chad Hasty here, host of the Chad Hasty Show, which airs weekday mornings, 8:30 to 11 a.m. Central Time on News Talk, 95.1 FM and 790 AM KFYO. On the Sunday morning television programs, the political programs, Republicans sought to pump up the GOP replacement of Obamacare, while Democrats tried to make it sound as though Donald Trump was going to cause the death of millions of people across the United States. Of course, the truth is, whatever passed out of the House is most likely going to be changed completely by the U.S. Senate. Yeah, I know, Republicans are celebrating right now, but the real test is going to be what comes out of the Senate, and will members of the GOP House be able to reconcile what they get from the U.S. Senate. As I talked about in my last video, Obamacare is far from dead. It's unfortunate, but politics are to play here. The Senate has to find what they can get through reconciliation, because Democrats, we know, are not going to play ball with President Trump. They're not going to vote on anything that Republicans put forward. They're going to get in the way. They know that Obamacare is dying and failing, and they know that Obamacare has been horrible for the vast majority of people who have had to go under Obamacare. But Democrats don't care. They want to score political points. Now Democrats are out saying that everything is now a pre-existing condition. You're going to have marches, I'm sure, in the streets from liberals who say, I guess the new phrase or catch line is, I'm a pre-existing condition. Folks, you go through this stuff, Democrats are blowing this way out of proportion, but Republicans are also blowing this out of proportion a little bit and saying that it's a great bill. It's not. It's not perfect at all. In my opinion, and I think in a lot of other people's opinions, the government should be out of health insurance completely, and that's really what we're talking about here. During the show on Monday, I'm going to talk about a piece that came out over the weekend where they looked at Jimmy Kimmel. You remember Jimmy Kimmel came out and said, my child was born with this heart condition, and this is why we need to cover pre-existing conditions, and this is why the health care plan, Obamacare is a good thing because rich people shouldn't have to. I mean, it was a bunch of baloney, because that child, no matter what, would have been covered by Obamacare, would have been covered by Trump Care, or whatever you're going to call this. No hospital is going to throw a baby out and not perform surgery on that child. It's just not going to happen. But I'll go through all of that on the show on Monday. The fact is, we are a long ways away from repealing Obamacare and actually having a good bill that will lower premiums. We're a long ways from that. The Senate will have to focus on that. The Senate will eventually have to get something done. There are some, I guess there's some speculation that could take months. I don't think it should take months. I think that the Senate should get together and really go after this hard, so that way, within a month or so, they can present a bill to the House. House members, Senate members can work together and come out together and say, we have a replacement for Obamacare agreed upon by both the Senate and the House. Mr. President, will you sign off on it? That's how it should go down. But as everything else that we've seen so far with the Republicans, expect a lot of bumps along the way, and look for Democrats to exploit this and to try and convince the American people that Republicans are trying to kill off half of America by getting rid of pre-existing conditions and getting rid of health care, which is neither is true. Tune in to the Chad Hasty Show weekday mornings, 8:30 to 11 a.m. Central Time. News Talk 95.1 FM and 790 AM KFYO. Follow me on Twitter, Chad Hasty Radio. Have a great day.